Hey, is anyone even watching? Oh, the Maple Leafs are up. Let's see who's on their list next. I believe I know who it is. It is Mr. Simon Zether. Right now. Okay, so Zether.
Hey, Steve.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Oh, not too bad. Just giving Simon Zether to the Maple Leafs. Actually, I'm taking him off of all the other lists. He was a common guy.
Well, he's a third round. He's last pick in the third round, wasn't he?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I mean, he was on my list at some point in that range. So he's on your list, and I'm taking him off.
Yeah.
Okay. And Minnesota
The
had
fourth.
him. And
No,
there we
last pick in the fourth round.
go. So Minnesota's up, and they get. Let's see here. Ooh, a guy that was on my list, that an off the board guy, that kid Hendrickson. Interesting pick.
I didn't have a lot of off the board picks this year compared to previous years. I just didn't feel like
Yeah,
there was any that interest me.
there aren't many, that's for sure. Like, there's not as much uh, guys getting picked off the board. Like, we might not even. Usually, we get like over 32, like a full round of kids not
Hmm.
getting drafted in our league that were drafted to the NHL. I don't think we'll have that this year. Okay,
That's
where
going to
you?
make a difference for who gets picked, who gets left behind.
Yeah, insert other row. Yeah, Beckett Hendrickson is interesting. It's his dad is Darby Hendrickson,
Yeah.
and he is going. He's going to University of Minnesota or something next year. So he'll probably get more playing time, and he scored a lot of goals. That's Minnesota. 133, I think it is. How the Penguins are up. Who do the Penguins take? Already did
The
Trent
Penguins
Swift.
send the list.
Yeah, yep. I already did Trent Swift, right? Yeah. So it's yes, it's interesting the different way people send in lists, like the instructions I get. Edmonton's is going to drive me nuts. Theirs is after a certain point, defenseman over 6'2". Like, are you kidding me? I have to look up the height of defensemen now.
Uh,
Which this year, I mean, there weren't very many defensemen taken late that were not tall,
yeah, everybody this year was tall.
especially the late rounds. Like,
Yeah,
Eric Wallenius. Had you heard of the guy I drafted, Jackson?
Jackson Edward, no.
He was in the game at the end of the year. I was
Yeah,
surprised.
I don't remember him at all.
He's a
So he got 11 points in the playoffs. I looked at him. So he got 11 points in the playoffs. So to me, that tells me that he was one because London played with four defensemen. They played like they had two young guys that played maybe 5, 6 minutes a game maximum.
yeah, no, and he's a big physical kid. Like he plays
Yeah.
very Boston Bruins.
So
So
because they played with their D was George Sanderson and I guess Edward and Bonk. I put Wallenius on my list before Ottawa drafted him. I hadn't heard of him, and then I started to do some research, and I'm like, oh, I guess Pittsburgh did the same research I did. And I thought I'd be I'd have a shot at him, but
hey, well, your guy's coming off the board next for Columbus. Raoul Boilard. Oh, Raoul. Oh, you will.
the A's, yeah,
Okay. I like this guy, Raoul Boilard.
he's just like his shot is to be a third line, fourth line center, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
So
A lot of these guys, I'd rather wait
at,
on it. That's why I took so many off the board guys here.
at this point, that's what you're looking at is you're hoping that that guy, like the guy you draft now, is going to be a fifth, sixth defenseman, seventh, and a third line, potentially fourth line guy. So, and then every once in a while, you get a somebody that just drops out of nowhere.
Hey, Vegas is running out of players fast here. Okay, who's next? Off of Anaheim list. Off of Calgary's list. Okay. Hey, ooh, there goes Jack Fridham, Stovall boy.
I was gonna say you jinxed him
Ooh,
because he's all the way to the
fifth
the fifth
round.
round.
And he was a third rounder in the NHL.
Yeah.
That's odd. That is odd. Like, I know nothing about him, honestly.
All I know is that the Leafs interviewed him, and his dad is the cap guy for the Leafs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling Randy he should draft him because he's a Chicago Blackhawk and Randy likes Chicago. So here we go. It's that. So who's up next here? Colorado. Okay. Mr. Owen Allard. Mr. Owen.
Yeah, he was on my list at one point. I don't know why I didn't include him.
Owen Allard.
Yeah.
There are only a couple players that I would have considered drafting at this point. Actually, Colton Roberts is one of them. I think he was next highest on my list. Oh, you're up. Who are you taking, John?
Torrey Pittner
Corey Pittner?
is the next guy on my list.
Okay.
He was
This will
a
be so much more fun next year not doing this.
What are we doing next year? Do we doing a draft?
Mark Goudreau has volunteered to take a couple rounds of the 4 to 7 rounds.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do threads. We'll see how it works.
Nice. Nice.
Because the problem is people lose interest later on, right? And they get
I
harder
know.
to.
I know. But like you just do the same thing. You have an hour.
Well, like guys like you and I that that do all the work, and it's to our advantage
Yeah.
to do it this way, like to do it
Well,
the other way, the way we're gonna do it.
well, like not that I don't like Torrey Pittner, but I would have taken somebody else here if
Well, you're
I
allowed
had the
to.
choice.
You're on. You're allowed to switch. You haven't seen anyone's list. You can make a change if you want.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Hmm.
That's the rule.
Okay.
I can't because I've seen everybody's list at this
I
point.
haven't seen
So that would be
anybody's list.
unfair for me. But if you want someone other than Torrey Pittner, speak up right now.
Is Luke Elinas still there? Because I don't think I was looking and he's still there and he was on my list, but he was my second pick if Montgomery was going to be there since Wallenius got drafted by Pittsburgh.
How do I spell the name?
Uh, wait a minute. Lucas, Lucas,
CAS? No, all I need is Lucas. That's fine.
Okay.
Lucas Van Vliet, Lucas
Linus
Pedersen, Lucas Van Vliet. Are you sure Lucas is spelled the way you're saying?
or Luke. Well, in here
What's
in
the
the
last
NHL
name?
draft, it's Lucas.
What's the last name?
Elinus. Ellinas.
It's Luke. It's under Luke.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking him.
Yep.
Okay, and that's pick number 138.
Yep.
Okay, done. I just want everybody to get the guy they want. I don't care about. I just don't want anyone to have an unfair advantage to do that. But
Well, that's why I picked. I just went with
it's fine.
who was next on my list.
It would be unfair if you could see. I'm already losing a guy to Josh. It would, and the guy Edward Jackson isn't on a single list. So, or Jackson Edward. So I could have
Yeah.
taken Jackson Edward last and got the
Yeah.
other guy early on.
Yeah.
Kieran Walton.
Oh, big guy. Sudbury.
Kieran Walton.
Sudbury Wolves. 6'5", 6'6", like center. If he makes it, it's going to be another. Oh my God, it was
Dean Letourneau.
drafted by the Rangers and played for the Kings. Brian, I have to go do my research now.
Yeah, are the Ducks up next? Oh, what pick was that? 139. Hey, the Ducks are on the clock here. Who's on Anaheim's list? Andre Kutov. He is not an off the board guy, right? I'm pretty sure. There he is. Boy, man, Dan has no problem taking guys going late in the draft. Like he'll take a guy from anywhere in the.
Brian Boyle is who Kieran Walton reminds me of.
Oh yeah,
That's yeah. Dan will take it the guy he wants whenever he wants to make sure he gets him.
yeah.
There's no two ways about it. It's like not waiting. Compared to I will try to see if a guy is going to be uh, around at one spot or another, but you get burnt that way.
Gotta give Ian credit. I did not know Philip Kral. I had to look him up this morning.
I've seen that name. I think he's on my list also.
Oh
I
yeah,
went through so many names. You know,
not on mine at all. And it is rare that I would miss a guy like that.
because what I did is I started to delete names as they got drafted because you just get to the point where you and get overwhelmed because you're like, okay, oh, where's that name guy? Where's that guy? And then you have so many names you're going through. So
Okay. He's a defenseman from Pelicans. He,
then you start to like guys, but you like them in a third round or fourth round, not in the first round. Doesn't mean that they're not good. Just depends on what you like.
well, the next guy that Ian takes is on my list.
You know,
And I
Phil
was
Crawl.
surprised that he wasn't on Josh's list. Or maybe he was, but I don't think so. Because it is a Philadelphia Flyer guy. Marcus Silvergard. Silvergard. Or spell it Sylv guard. Okay. Is right there. And he's from so okay. Predators are up, and they are BPA, who is Tanner Hendricks. Henricks. Oh, I'm up again. Cool. Tanner Henricks, Nashville. I want to thank the Seattle Shark or Seattle Kraken for releasing a second round draft pick, who I am taking right now. Prokhor Poltapov. KHL contract ends at the end of the next season.
I need to pay more attention to the players who are getting released in the DCHL.
Oh my God! Really, honestly, Beckett Hendrickson was released by Seattle as well. He released some good players, some good prospects.
That's one thing I don't pay enough attention to.
Yeah, I was upset when Ian made that post so everybody could see. I thought everyone would start tracking it, but people
Well,
haven't. It's right there to look at.
to pay attention, we just need to pay attention, eh?
Yeah, when people release them, I go in and I take a look,
Yeah.
and if it's somebody that might be interesting, I put them on. I have a watch list that I create every year.
Look at that, eh? Zach is so nice. Yeah,
But
yesterday he offered me Nybeck and Thompson. Today they're released.
oh, he offered them to me too.
Yeah, so nice. He's so generous.
What? Why am I going to give up anything for a guy that you've been open that you're releasing? So
Yeah, I've got a few guys I need to release also. It's I've been keeping them in the hope that they will make the NHL. But if they do, they'd be like a sixth, seventh defenseman if, and a fourth line player for a couple of years. So I'm like, no, might as well gamble on somebody else.
okay. Oh wow, here this guy's on a bunch of lists, and he's sort of an off the border. Daniil, you stink of. Going to Minnesota. I was
Yeah,
surprised he wasn't drafted this year, to be honest.
I know he was on my list before the draft happened, and when he didn't get drafted, I figured, you know what,
Oh, I
I'll
dropped
wait.
him. Yeah, I
I'll
dropped
drop
him
him
real
off my
low.
list. But he
Well,
was on
because
my list.
my thinking was that those guys are going to be potentially drafted next year as overages.
Yeah,
Well, let's wait and see how their next year goes.
but you're in the fifth round right now. It's not a bad gamble to stash him away.
Okay, GC.
Did we have the this tracking sheet before in online? Because I don't remember that.
Oh, the Google Sheets.
Yeah.
No, I've never done it before. I We had to go with it because Facebook. If I edit comments too much,
Yeah.
Facebook shuts you out, like blocks you on a Facebook. I got sent to Facebook jail last year for 48 hours or something. Because if you edit
Hey,
a comment too often, so we
so
had to go with something like this, and this
this I
works
like
fine.
this better, eh?
Well, it's better for Ian, which is good. It's really no different for me.
Yeah.
So,
And now we can like I don't know if we can just take this and like send it to everybody in the league, post it somewhere on on the website or
well, it's been
but
posted a gazillion times. People should be able to
yeah, yeah. But I'm just once
do it.
it's done, it's completed. So
Okay, so who's next here? The Sharks. You're not going to believe this, but the Sharks didn't send me anything, didn't tell me BPA or anything. So I'm just going to BPA him. Owen
well,
Protz.
he's been more active in the last couple of weeks than he has the 6 months before.
Oh,
Uh, Gonna look at the Sharks team because he was over the salary cap.
yeah, he was way over. Is he still over?
No, he's under. Well, he made a couple trades. He traded Josh Norris and Romanoff to Vancouver for Nick Cash, Nemetsnikov, and a couple picks in 2025. It's more than I was willing to give for Josh Norris with
Well, I
his
had tried to talk to him about JT Miller, and he basically told me under no circumstances is JT Miller being traded. So,
well, JT Miller is a sim star, eh?
yeah, well, he's a good player in the NHL.
Yeah,
That's
but he's much better as a sim player than he is in the NHL, in my opinion.
well, didn't he win the scoring title in our league
Yeah,
this past season?
I think so.
Okay, so who's he taking here? Max Graham. Where is Max Graham? That's good. Colorado. And this is pick number 147.
Yep, 96 points. JT Miller.
Gauge is up. Whoa, you froze. Why did you freeze? What's going on? Can you still see my screen?
No, it went dark.
It told me screen sharing is paused. So let's uh let's try it again here. Is it back on now?
Yep,
Okay.
Max Graham. It's the last guy
Yeah.
drafted.
I Colorado. Hagen Burrows going to Washington. He went in like the fifth round, right? Yeah, there he is. Vegas is up. Oh, there's my guy going. Colton Roberts.
Did he get drafted?
In the NHL?
Yeah.
Yeah, late, like fifth or sixth round, something like that. Like I don't know why he dropped. Like he was, I think he played for Vancouver or Victoria, one of
Yeah,
those.
the second pick in the fifth round.
Yeah, I never like a lot of that this year though. A lot of I don't know why this guy is dropping.
Yeah. Well, guys
So,
like Luke Misa dropped all the way to the fifth round.
well, what I heard with that was that because he was small, GMs just kind of kept saying, you know what, we'll grab him with our next pick, and they just kept putting it off until somebody grabbed him.
Yeah. He was always the second guy that a team wanted.
Carolina gets Gabe Smith. I think this is their first pick of the draft. Do the Kings actually still have a pick, or did they trade them all away?
Well, I traded for their fourth and fifth round pick, but I don't know.
Because he's up according to my list, but yeah, okay, he's up. He never sent me anything, so
I think he said BPA. I thought
oh,
that
did he? Well, he didn't send me anything, so
Yeah, he's getting BPA.
that's Trevor Hoskin. Yet another guy that I'd never heard of.
No, he didn't send anything.
Okay, Minnesota back on the clock.
It might have been on trade block that I saw that.
Fyodor Avramov. He was drafted this year, I believe.
Yes. He got drafted in the 6th round. He was on my list. Carolina. And you'll be surprised he's 6'3" power forward.
And this is who's this? LA? No, Minnesota. Number 152. Okay. And then Gage again. You think of Eric Paulson. There one S in Paulson. Oh, here comes one of Seattle's picks. He sent me a list of 2 names and he has 2 picks. And I think
He's
you'll get them
confident.
both.
He's confident.
Yeah, I think you'll get them both. Although I've seen at least seen the other guy on a list, but this is Quinn Hudson, brother to the Hudsons.
Is he?
Yeah, Elaine
I
and
guess he really wanted Cole, but he's going to settle for Quinn.
yeah. I think he's the forward in the family too. And he goes to Boston College, I believe, or Boston, wherever all those other ones went. Boston University. Oh, okay, who's next? New Jersey. They're gonna get like this. Kills me when there's a good BPA guy available and guys who just BPA me end up getting a good player.
Yeah. Well, because right now we're still looking at 4th round guys, right?
Yeah, this is Luke Osberg. Good upside. There we go. And the Shark. Another guy that I didn't know on the day of the draft when he was drafted. Groenwald.
Elliot?
Yeah. I think this is the year that I've had the most people that I'd never heard of being drafted. Okay. 157, right? Yeah. Yeah, Pittsburgh gave me a list for each pick and with different names at each pick.
Um, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same.
My question is, what if a better player is slips by and he was on your earlier pick, but do I pass them over? Like,
Yep, yeah, you do. Because
well, I
there's
have to based on the instructions, but
yeah,
that's the downside of doing that, right?
of doing it by submitting a list. I'm submitting a list of guys that I want that, like, and then I'm looking, okay, there's certain guys that I want at certain picks and certain players that I'm like, oh, I really like those guys. So I bring them up a little bit earlier. So my list is short, but it's usually guys that I draft earlier than what they're picked at.
Well, rank, I create a ranking of a bunch of forwards, a bunch of D, and usually goalies. I didn't do any goalies this year, but a bunch of forwards, a bunch of D, and a bunch of D. I
Mm-hmm.
rank them, and then I say, okay, at this pick I want a forward, at this pick I want a D, at this pick I want a forward, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Noah Chadwick, has he
Man.
been drafted
So
before?
that's why to me, if we could get to, drafting, maybe put a time like um you have pick 152. Well, pick 152 will be drafted at 2:30. You have half an hour to make your pick. So you know what time you're going to be picking.
Well, what we'll do next year is exactly how the third round was done. This year we'll do that through 4 through 7,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see how it goes.
I'm just going to step away for a second there.
Yeah, no worries. Noah Chadwick. Weather. Oh, Noah Okay, John, you're going off your list this time because you ain't here. So, and I ain't waiting. You're
That
up. Who are you taking?
so we'll go with Pittner now.
Bittner's gone, I believe, right? Or is he not
No,
gone?
I said I was going to take him
Let me make sure he's not gone. No.
unless he was taken before.
Well, as long as he hasn't been taken, sure. Yep, he's there. Okay.
Okay,
This
fucking
is pick 170. What pick is this?
Penguins. That's two guys off my list that Sean takes.
No, this is your pick, John.
No, the guy before Roman Chokrin.
Okay.
Chokrin.
Hey, John, you're up again.
Okay, just want to confirm that my guy hasn't been taken.
Off of your list.
Simon Pierre Brunet is my next guy. I go off my.
Okay, that's who you're taking.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Okay, where is Mr. Simon Pierre?
I think he was drafted in the fourth round, maybe fifth.
Oh, there he is. Okay, there's different ways of spelling this, though, eh?
SIMON dash PIER.
Okay, I understand that you're from Drummondville, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting
And
I'm
he was
putting in the name that is on Hockey DB.
okay. He's good. Drafted by Buffalo, pick 123.
They spell Pierre uh, the way you would expect Pierre to be spelled in
P
Hockey DB.
PIER.
This is how Hockey DB is spelling it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going with.
No. Okay. Well, the
He
NHL
was
pick.
drafted 123rd by the Buffalo Sabres,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
That's all that
Same
matters.
guy. It's that. I don't think there's another Simon Pierre Brunet in the NHL.
No. Well, this I just because you can't have two, like it's not so much a problem with this, but if we ever have, we've had guys in the past who have the same name as somebody else
Oh,
drafted,
everybody's got guys with multiple names.
and you
It's
have to
just
make
that
sure that
this guy, according to the NHL draft, it's PIER.
yeah, I know, and I saw it come up, but I'm also like I want to make sure that here I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this is I also I'll show the rest of the link this too. This is fine, but okay, I also track every person that gets drafted,
Yeah,
and I have a link to their Hockey DB page. So in the future, if there's ever a problem, like let's say Caden Petrie,
yeah,
another Caden Petrie gets drafted next year, we'll be able to distinguish between the two of them.
yeah.
Like, it's just a thing I put in place because it's come up in the past where Elias Pettersson, right? There's
Oh yeah.
multiple Elias Petterssons. And
And,
Because last year a
Yeah.
guy tried to draft a guy who was already drafted, but he had spelled the name wrong. So it took us a while to figure out which one he wanted.
Yeah.
So okay, Chicago's up. Okay, this is the sixth round, so after Geary, whoever that is. Come on down, Patrick Geary.
I know you're going to be shocked, but Torrey Pittner is only 6'1", eh?
Oh well, he wouldn't have gone to Edmonton. Oh Lord.
And I see that you're trying to broker a deal between Calgary and I for Eliason.
Oh, he wants a second round pick for him. So
He's not getting a second round pick for him.
wow, I maybe in a couple of years. Like,
Yeah.
did you see the interview with him on the Hooked on
No,
Senators?
I saw he was interviewed. I haven't watched it yet.
He seems like a nice kid. Like he seemed like a really nice kid. He probably interviewed very well.
So,
Like,
I'm telling you, if I can understand the thought process behind it. If you have Brady Kachuk and then you just added Carter Yakimchuk and then you add Eliason, you've got three of the toughest guys in the NHL playing on your team. You add, you know what I mean? You add one, like you added Tyler Clevin. That team becomes extremely tough to play against.
yeah.
So, because by the time Eliason will be ready to play, Thomas Chabot is probably not going to be in Ottawa anymore.
Well,
And
that's for
Clevin
sure.
is going to be a regular.
That's for sure because
And you're hoping that Clevin is going to be in your top four. And so it's not a bad idea.
oh, shit. Uh, I, again, it's not my problem with Senators picks isn't the guy they take; it's the people they pass over.
Yeah,
Like if
absolutely.
they'd taken Zeev Bayou or Sam Dickinson, and Sam Dickinson would be more the Ottawa Senators type of player because he is more physical.
Hmm. But I think they just needed a right shot so badly.
Yeah, but do that and then take a right shot in the second round.
Yeah, because in the second round,
There were a
they
whole bunch of right shots that went in the second round, and they like physical guys. Well, Spencer Gill is a physical guy.
yeah, Kleber is a right shot.
Kleber's more physical. Will
Yeah,
Skahan would have been like if they'd gone Dickinson and Skahan.
yeah. Well, Kleber, Brunicky, and Skahan are all big physical guys that went right after Linus. So and Spencer Gill. So yeah, four right shot D that went right after him. So
So like that just would have been made more sense, right? Like, and they'd
yeah,
be in a better situation at the end of the day. Like, and I don't hate Carter Yakimchuk. I'm way happier they took him than Zane Perret.
Yes, because everybody was doing mock drafts had Perret going to Ottawa at 7. So
And yeah, I was a lot of the mock drafts to Ottawa were killing me. Like if I saw another Cole Eiserman to Ottawa, I would have just
they're the two guys that Perret and Iserman to Ottawa.
last thing
Well,
Ottawa needed was a guy that doesn't play defense.
and you know what was killing me the most this summer is when they started to with the rumors for Brady being traded. It's like nobody is gonna trade him.
Well, because you'll just spend the next 10 years trying to find a guy with the heart of Brady Kachuk.
Yeah, you got 4 more years to try to make things work with him and the Senators. And they just the owner just bought the team. They just changed their management. They're in the process of still changing everything about their management. So you're not gonna trade away your leader and best player for a bag of pucks and a few broken sticks.
I swear to God, the Toronto sports media just makes shit up sometimes just to have something to talk about. Ian took an undersized defenseman there, Jeff.
Thomas Galvez. He didn't get
He's like
drafted,
5.
eh?
Yeah, he didn't get drafted, but he's a guy that next year, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets drafted next year if he has a good year.
Yeah.
Nashville up. Who do they get? Victor
It,
Johansson.
it must start to get easier after a while. Um, we're doing this because the lists are getting shorter.
Um, time wise, well, it's the off the board ones slow things down
Okay.
because I have to verify whether the guy is eligible.
Okay.
And like Thomas Galvez, I know because I researched him ahead of time.
Yeah.
But if a guy's up and I don't know who he is, and I also have to check and make sure he's not on a roster spot already.
Yes. With
So,
a
and I
different
try to
spelling.
catch those, but it's spellings, right?
Different spellings.
Dimitri or Dimitri. Columbus Blue Jackets. Who does Columbus have next?
Are you doing taking care of the UFA this year? Who's taking care of the UFA?
Not me. Not me.
Not you.
Nope. I assume Dan again, but I don't
Oh, yeah,
know.
Dan took care of it last year, true.
It went okay. It's not the funnest job in the world, I'll tell you. As someone who
No.
did it, it is way more work than people realize. Remember the old football draft we used to do? You probably
Mhm.
still do it with Ian's, or I don't know if you're not in Ian's anymore.
No.
But remember how it was like a month long and
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's much longer. It's much shorter now. Much shorter because we're down to 12 hours or 18. Is it 16 hours or 24? I don't know. We
yeah,
we went from 48 and dropped down quite a bit.
the lack of sleep I was getting from that was killing me. Oscar Roulette. Who just made that pick? Columbus. Uh, 176. And when we're done this, I'll send this to you so we can do a draft show
Okay. I'm gonna
because we
have
can review.
to log off there in about 5 minutes or so.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm on the clock here. Who's my next pick? Who's my next pick? Oh, I have too many guys that were on no list. That does not make me feel good. Although I'm surprised this guy wasn't. We're good. Who's next? Ducks. Oh, there's Thorpe. Justin traded away all his late picks.
He always does. He keeps. I think he might have drafted in the third round once. He's never drafted in the fourth or fifth round. That's for sure. Fourth, fifth, sixth round, seventh. He doesn't draft. He doesn't do that, and he. I think he's drafted. He might have drafted in the fourth, but I don't think so. So I knew that. So I at, well, just before the draft. I reached out to him and said, "You want some cash for your fourth?" So
How much did it cost you?
2.5, something like that. Two, 2 or 2.5.
Okay, Edmonton. Help me with the spelling of this name. Nilo Pekka. I at least had heard of this guy.
There's a rabbit running around in my yard.
We have a number of them every year since COVID, man. And now we have foxes. I'm sure those two things aren't related. Okay, Nilo Pekka Muhonen. Can you check to make sure the spelling of that's correct for me? Is it two L's? Oh, just one.
Okay,
Oh, I
give me
think
a
I
minute.
got it. I think I got it. Vegas. Oh no. Vegas is out of players.
Yep, you
Yep.
got it right.
Vegas is BPA. Yep, sorry. Although Jake Fisher isn't the worst of players to get. Gage is running out of players, so he just sent me names. As long as he doesn't send anybody whose name is on my list. I sent Gage my list this year. He was the recipient of
Okay,
my picks. Carolina gets.
okay, Steve, I'm gonna have to log off right now.
Okay,
Okay,
have a good one.
so thank you very
You
much for
want to?
doing
Do you
this.
want to do a show tonight on the draft?
No, tonight is Canada, Argentina,
Oh, okay.
the
Can we do one
semifinal of the Copa America Cup.
maybe tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow I'm gone. Thursday.
Okay, then we'll have to do one next week. So that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm gone for the weekend. So
Okay.
okay,
So, well, I can
ciao.
do one before at 8 o'clock. I'm not available. So if
No,
you want
that's
to do
fine.
one,
Let's take some time.
okay, sounds good.
Yep. Bye.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. I'm still streaming because this is taking forever. Probably. I don't think anyone's watching now. They can if they want. I believe this guy is out of players. Staples is a bad place to get that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you are BPA, buddy. Does it say no goalies BPA? What does it say? Nothing. Okay. Hmm. Chorostelia. 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 You got an eye. Oh. Like Nicta. Thank God. Fuck. I'm not counting your fucking D-men. More D-men.